Welcome to this Internet Geography case study video, exploring the 2010 eruption of Eyjafjallajökull. Eyjafjallajökull is an active volcano located in southern Iceland. It is a composite, or stratovolcano. Eyjafjallajökull lies under an ice cap that covers almost 100 square kilometers of land. Eyjafjallajökull erupted several times between March and May 2010. The largest eruption occurred on the 14th of April, 2010. Iceland lies on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a constructive plate margin separating the North American plate and the Eurasian plate. The two plates move apart due to ridge push along the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. As the plates move apart, the magma chamber below Eyjafjallajökull fills. Leading up to the 2010 eruption, several magma chambers combined to produce a significant volume of magma below the volcano. An eruption in March 2010 forced a brief evacuation of around 500 local people. However, the 14th of April eruption was 10 to 20 times more powerful and caused substantial disruption to air traffic across Europe. The eruption was only 3 on the Volcanic Explosivity Index, VEI. Around 15 eruptions on this scale usually happen each year in Iceland. However, in this case, a combination of a settled weather pattern with winds blowing towards Europe, very fine ash, and a persistent eruption lasting 39 days, magnified the impact of a relatively ordinary event. The eruptions in March were mainly lava eruptions. On the 14th of April, a new phase began, which was much more explosive. Violent eruptions released huge quantities of ash into the atmosphere. There were a range of primary effects of the eruption. The day turned to night, with ash blocking the sun. Rescuers wore face masks to prevent them from choking on ash. Homes and roads were damaged, services were disrupted, crops were destroyed by ash, and roads were washed away by glacial flood water. The ash cloud brought European airspace to a standstill during the latter half of April 2010 and cost billions of euros in delays. During the eruption, a no-fly zone was imposed across much of Europe, meaning airlines lost around £130 million per day. The price of shares in major airlines dropped between 2.5 to 3.3% during the eruption. The eruption's secondary effects included cancelling sporting events, as flights were suspended. Fresh food imports stopped, and industries were affected by a lack of imported raw materials. Local water supplies were contaminated with fluoride. Flooding occurred as the glacier above the volcano melted. The impact was felt as far afield as in Kenya, where farmers laid off 5,000 workers after flowers and vegetables rotted at airports. Kenya's Flower Council says the country lost $1.3 million a day in lost shipments to Europe. Kenya exports up to 500 tons of flowers daily, 97% is delivered to Europe. Despite the problems caused by the eruption of Eyjafjallajökull, the eruption brought several benefits. According to the Environmental Transport Association, the grounding of European flights prevented the release of 2.8 million tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. As passengers looked for other ways to travel than flying, many different transport companies benefited. There was a considerable increase in passenger numbers on Eurostar. It saw a rise of nearly a third, with 50,000 extra passengers traveling on their trains. Ash from the Eyjafjallajökull volcano deposited dissolved iron into the North Atlantic, triggering a plankton bloom, driving an increase in biological productivity. Following the negative publicity of the eruption, the Icelandic government launched a campaign to promote tourism. Inspired by Iceland was established with the strategic intent of promoting the country's beauty, the friendliness of its people, and the fact that it was very much open for business. As a result, tourist numbers increased significantly. As we have seen, the eruption of Eyjafjallajökull in 2010 presented a range of challenges and benefits. Why not head over to Internet Geography to test your knowledge on the eruption of Eyjafjallajökull?